Style over substance. Attitude is everything. Live on the edge. These are the only 3 rules that guide our future. A future inspired by the work of JOSAN Gonzalez, bound by Mike Pondsmith's cyberpunk law. A dark future cast in a neon glow where corporations through nuclear fire have destroyed the known world, save for a few mega-metropolises. The tales you are about to witness are built around the heart of one such city. Robo City 16, where the machine rules through a mechanized iron fist. The promise of prosperity through logic and sedation has stagnated the progress of the people. However, what the logic of the machine will never conclude, but the will of a few may, is it's time for change. It's time to rage. For good or ill, the chosen few are those you witness before me. Let's meet the members of the up-and-coming Mortal Code. We'll start with my bottom left, your bottom right.
I am Enzer, and I played Jay. From the sewers, I am angry and dangerous. I look a lot like this. Hat, hoodie, mask, except I'm wearing the mask of Baron that we just killed. I love machetes. I have one of those, a shotgun, and 2 retractable blades on my arms, which I have 4 of. The blades are on the top 2. They're cyber limbs. I think that's it for me.
I'm Luna. I play Netra, who is a net runner and an up-and-coming underground superstar. who rolls with the Mortal Code. I look like this, and I wear a headset, kind of like our DM, except I don't want to wear one on stream, so I'm not wearing one on stream.
Coward.
And it's outfitted with cameras that allows me to hack into tech, as well as stream an encrypted POV video to the deep stream, which is, in reality, you guys. So let me know if you think you have a good idea for us to implement. For example, if we're at a fork in the road and you think we should go left, or maybe we should blow some guy's head off, put it in the chat and I'll relay it to the group.
Well done.
I wrote it out so I wouldn't mess it up.
My bottom right, your bottom left. Well done.
Hello everybody, good evening. My name is Rummy the Ever-Living and I play Astraea Magnetar, a nomad. I can drive the piss out of anything basically. I have I'm just in like normal street attire basically, but let's see, I also have a shotgun, a heavy pistol, and I do have a blade that I bought, but it's not mine. I am a female, I am of the darker variety, and I have dreads. / braids, whatever.
Hello, I'm Maximus Dominus. I play Winslor Burden. I specialize in both team and solo plays, usually carrying a sniper rifle, assault rifle, or a combat knife. Currently out of my full armor, just picture just normal tactical soldier guy with some light leathers on, or naked. Either one.
All true. All right, we have some announcements and updates to make before we get into the thick of it. One of them, the first is, I'll try and keep this brief. I'm wearing this headset, which seems to confuse most people not in the know, because most everybody in this world is wearing a virtual reality headset. This is actually an image that I have sort of stickered onto the front of my Oculus Quest that is an image pulled straight from JOSAN Gonzalez's universe of someone wearing a VR headset. So it's immersion. I also use it to read all of my notes. I have, imagine 3 screens in front of me, all capturing different data. I've got like dice rolling, pictures for inspiration, notes, and I also even have access to the stream itself. So, quite amazing capability this has. If it looks interesting to you, then it helps you immerse you even more because you're even more deeply embedded in the Josan Gonzalez.
Hey Magnus, can we see that stuff that you're seeing?
Yes, at some point I will take a picture of the inside and go over everything that I'm seeing, but I haven't done that yet. Okay, so next up is we also have the illustrious losers playing with us that we are lucky to have their time. They can go over all of the dope things that they're up to.
Hello, that is us, Luna and Enzer. We play
Together make loser.
Yeah. We play video games Monday through Wednesday, 4 to 9 p.m. If you are into that, come check us out. We're on Twitch and Facebook and Instagram. So the information to follow us is in the description on the Facebook page. So check that out.
And we also announced our giveaway last week on the stream and announced the official method of entry, which is literally just follow us on Twitch, follow our Twitch channel, and we will announce the winner on stream. It's also a must that you should be on the stream during this time. During the time of the announcement anyway. You should watch, you know. We're going to announce the winner on the stream next week. What is the date of next week? Thursday. Is that like the 28th, 29th?
I'm accessing my knowledge.
30th?
It's the 30th.
It's the 30th. I was so close. I was super soaking close. And I believe, is that it?
Okay, so to enter, you have to follow us on Twitch. You have to also, we're going to pick a winner randomly, but you have to be on the stream watching to accept. If you are a winner, we will give you a minute to basically confirm that you are willing to take or accept the giveaway in the chat. If you're not there after we announce the winner, then we'll go on to the next person. We're going to choose a few just to have some backups. Yeah, good luck to everybody who participates. It's an awesome giveaway. It is where we get the inspiration for the setting for this RPG.
Many of the characters you've met so far are in here. What page am I on?
The first page.
That person's in here. This is the.
Can't even see
You
it.
can't see.
Lone Wolf is
Never mind.
banned from entering.
All right.
Why?
But yeah, it's called The Future Is Now, Neon Rising. The name of the art book.
Without further ado, let's rage. When last, yes, always responsibly. Unless you're role-playing, then rage as irresponsibly as humanly possible. When last we left, our punks of the Mortal Code, they were making their final preparations for their big day at the Ministry of Information's Capitol Tower. They had a payday after turning in the severed head of a high-ranking member of the machine. Then they had a heyday, buying upgrades, top-the-line gear and ammo, and finally they secured the technomancer forces of the Remnants of Dust before turning in. The time of the assault is ever approaching, with only 2 days left before the girl they're working to save becomes the girl they failed to save. We pick up now, inside the Mortal Code's home base, Winslor's family metal shop, Metal Burden. What would you guys like to do?
I'd like to go shopping.
More shopping. All right. Okay. Yep. Just notes.
10
Crumple them up. Throw them out.
hours of shopping.
And then you can never be too prepared to take on the Ministry of Information.
If we just shop for the rest of the time, that'd be great.
Yep.
I would like to find the Vitalith. I'm still not
You feel like
fully healed up.
the heat on your shoulder of the engine running of the drone, and this sort of like constant press of air as it discharges its wind upon you. I'm right here, Jay. I couldn't help but notice that our time yesterday was cut a little short, and you still have holes to fill.
We gotta establish some boundaries, Vitalith. I don't know if
The only way this works is if we break those boundaries, and I get right into you. I mean, the work into it.
We'll talk about that later, I suppose. Go ahead and jump in these holes for now.
Finds out where they are. You hear the familiar like.
I'm just recording from the closet with a Superman costume on. Don't mind me though.
Man.
You see like
That's
the
creepy.
like the top rotating sort of half sphere on the Vitalith sort of turn to you, and you see the like green eye just like watch you in return. Do you like that? Do you like that? All right. So you're healed. You're healed, Jay. You're healed, and
What'd you say? How many points do we get now?
20.
Vitalith 2.0.
Yes. Vitalith 2.0.
Oops. I was healed.
You just did that for fun.
Nothing like a good hole filling to start your day.
Platonic hole filling.
Okay. Then I'm gonna rendezvous or just, like head towards the common space in the middle burden. Wait for everybody to get up.
All right. Everybody, you guys. I mean, you take off your Superman costume, Winslor, and
Yeah, I come out the closet. Not,
Finally.
not really, but and I kill
You did that
everybody.
to
And I
yourself.
kill
You
everybody.
did.
Start stabbing.
I support you.
We all support you, no matter what.
All right, so Jay, Vitalith, ever humming nearby, and Winslor collect in the sort of social area. It's probably like a couch in the middle of the room.
Oh yeah, there's a couch.
Dirty,
And
couch.
there's a hover rim in the center with a piece
Nope.
of glass
Okay,
on it.
there's a couch.
But that was the table. Style over substance. What?
True, but I mean that's like a high end item.
I'm a billionaire.
Maybe, and one day. Astraea, what are you up to, and Netra?
So
I say we get this pony going.
So in the car, I don't know, I'm gonna call it Bastion because it's the Baron's car. So yeah, the iron face button.
Yeah.
There's no way I could like retrofit that to do something else besides shoot just a random mask out.
No, it jettisons the back of the trunk out.
Oh, it jettisons like a certain portion of the trunk out.
Yeah.
Okay, so do I know like where it's gonna land if I jettison it?
I mean, you saw it just arc away and behind you. It's. Yeah, I mean, you could test it a few times by just putting junk in there.
I would actually like to do that, like to put like maybe like a pound of junk and then 2 pounds of junk and see how far that flies and know the difference between like.
Okay, I'll say that's like the narrative description of you just sort of understanding when to use it now. So like you as an effective item and understanding like the weight capacity, the distance sort of effect based off the weight and so on and so forth. It's there's like an average of, depending on how heavy it is, like 30 feet is the most it'll fly away. But you're also driving at the time, so it's like you also have those measurements to take into consideration. So, yeah.
Okay. Next thing I want to ask, I guess, is do we have any smoke objects that smoke? I got a lot.
Anything
All out of
flammable.
cigarettes.
Anything that I'll take your cigarette butts or whatever.
I'm all out.
I have my vape pen.
I don't think that'll cause enough. Well, we'll figure something out later for it, I guess. Yeah. I realize I can use that now, though. All right. Sweet. That's all I wanted. I guess put all the ammo that I have in the Bastion, I guess. Huh?
So last time we left, I believe you loaded
So we're
Bastion with armor-piercing rounds.
I put the EMP rounds in it, but then I had the armor-piercing rounds like out of it. So I want to like keep those with me. Keep those with the car though.
Okay,
So like once the EMP rounds are gone, like load in the armor-piercing rounds. Like.
got it. Remember, EMP does double damage, armor-piercing ignores armor.
Got it.
EMP double damage to like electric-based items, acid double damage to like organic-based items, and fire similar to acid.
But so EMP doesn't actually like disable the unit.
Oh, Astraea, your mic is
Yeah.
off. Okay, so to catch everybody up, Astraea
We just did a
fi-
mic test. What happened?
just tested out the trunk in the back of the deceased Baron's vehicle that he's calling Bastion, and now she has ideas to use the trunk to like throw things out of the back. And also she loaded up Bastion in its turret with EMP ammo. And there you go.
Yes.
All right, Netra.
I ate a bowl of cereal.
Thank you, Luna.
And now I'm ready to go.
All right, everybody. Does their morning routine. Jay's morning routine happens to be closely related, with Vitalith, but we'll see where that goes. And you all sort of converge in the common space in between all of the metalworking and bending and shifting morphing machines and not only Astraea's old car. Does your old car have a name?
The Grim Recollection, I guess.
The Grim Recollection. Okay, that's a new thing that I've never heard before. The Grim Recollection,
What a name.
right next to Bastion.
It's frosted machine.
No.
So you guys all converge. What are you doing?
Let's not dilly dally.
Shilly shally.
It's time to kill some robos. Let's get on with it.
You going to the mutants first? You want to talk to them first?
I think we discussed you guys chopping me off when driving into Beggar's Reach. We good with that?
We're good with that. I'm ready to go.
Okay, positioning in the car.
Shotgun!
Okay.
I get in the
Shotgun
passenger seat. We all
What?
get in the passenger
You all
seat.
getting shotgun.
Could somebody? Oh, you're. That's one person's
Everybody
seat.
jumps
you know,
in at
right?
the same time.
The one person's seat. Why are you all getting into it?
Jay, I just want to let you know that I usually carry a protein bar in my pocket. Just let you know. Just a protein bar. Just a protein.
He's cyber. He doesn't need protein.
Yeah, Vitalith gets in the trunk.
That's presumptuous of you.
Does he get in the trunk or does he just want the trunk?
Vitalith wants to get in the trunk.
Like, oh, okay, Violet. I popped the trunk for Violet, and like,
But I called shotgun.
No, Violet.
This is not a fair.
Can't you see
Society.
we're all in the passenger seat? There's no more room.
He just sighs. The front, the front part of his rim tilts down, and he just slowly, into the back. And this also means that you can, jettison him out whenever you need him.
Violet, gone.
I guess I get in the back seat.
It's not so.
Vitalith, if you get shot out of there, it's probably because we need you to fill some holes. So. Great. I'm gonna get into the seat behind the passenger.
Okay, so
Passenger.
Astraea driver, Winslor passenger, Jay behind Winslor, Netra behind Astraea. It's like a middle school dance party.
No touching.
Oh.
Okay, you guys take off, take out. You can see some of the remnants of dust patrolling the roofs in their white and red livery. All of them, you notice, are wearing masks to some degree. They're like almost fully covered. Some wearing more robes with sort of like tightly bound to them. Others wearing more sort of like heavier Kevlar, still in the white and red. And as you sort of take off and drive down, one of them just nods to you as you drive away, while holding his gun, continuing his patrol along the rooftops.
you guys know the route pretty well by now. Just taking a few off roads to get into a, for the most part, undiscovered and unused vehicle entrance into the underground. As the one that you're used to is sort of the one that would make the most sense is just filled with rubble. That's sort of like the staircase that you come up with up from every time. It's a few miles, so it only takes like a few minutes to drive around the tracks and make it to Beggar's Reach, where your sort of home away from home is, or at least like the place that you stay when you need to lay low for a little while. Yeah, you guys make it here easy enough. Check on your traps, I imagine.
Are there more bloody traps?
I'm like immediately, like every single time we go to this and I see the traps, I have like PTSD remembering.
Yeah,
how
I'm
I
like,
had to
I'm
clean up
really,
that
I'm
one guy.
triple checking. Even if I like think I got a trap, I'm rechecking the trap, making sure it's solid, ready to go, and or disarmed for us to safely move in.
Okay. Yeah, you do notice what looks one of the doors is halfway open, and there's one of the doors to your rail car, your sort of abandoned rail car. The back one is halfway open, and there's just a stream of blood dripping down. Seems to be recent.
I pull out my knife
Okay.
from the keister.
Okay, if it's actually in your keister, we're gonna have to work through some things here.
It's robotic.
Give me a D&D Constitution saving throw. Just kidding. So you pull out your knife.
I'm gonna let me just go in first real quick. Let me check it out. Jay, watch my back. And I'm gonna stack on the door, left side of the door. And I'm gonna wait for Jay's like approval, like to go in, ready. Taps me. I'm gonna push it in. I'm gonna go right into the right with the knife out, ready to go.
Okay. You just wait. Are you pushing in the
I'm
door
pushing
that's
in the door.
partially open?
Yeah, I'm pushing in. I'm going in with the knife out, ready to go.
Okay. You go ahead and give me a perception check. Intelligence plus perception plus 1d10. Actually, I'm sorry. Tracking, if you have it, would be more appropriate.
Can I do perception? Can I do local expert?
You can do perception.
Take
Local
my
expert's
lip
more of a
and
cultural
throw it
thing.
through.
18.
Okay. It's actually pretty easy. You just follow this thick trail of blood into one of the seats, and you find a young male green-skinned individual who has been dead for a few minutes now.
Dead check.
As in, like, shoot him or
I
check if they're
I
alive?
stab him twice in the
Okay,
chest.
you stab what is clearly and very identifiably a mutant. Skin is like melting off, sort of like face is wrinkled, almost like pulled up to one side, where you see this sort of like amalgamation of awfully twisted teeth, most missing, replaced with different items. The worst skin complexion you've ever seen, like cracks so deep that that like dried blood is on the surface of them. Just a young kid who just tried to enter your space.
Oh, it was a kid.
Super young mutant.
No.
Just when I say kid, I mean like early, like in between 18 and 22.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah. Like socks pulled up to the mid shin.
That's not a kid. I mean, yeah, maybe that's a kid for you now.
Yeah, that's like technically an adult.
Technically an adult.
That's like a couple years younger than you.
Look, I'm.
He's a run.
I was like,
When you said kid, I'm like, I just
11.
stabbed like a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking like something like lower than 10. Like, oh,
Yeah.
oh man.
It's called a dead check, lone wolf.
Yes.
Double
I
tap.
am rapidly fighting the urge to get even more fucked up. But it's it's just a young adult.
A young 7-year-old.
You pull up his shirt where you stabbed, and there's actually
I'm
a
not
fetus
gonna
there.
pull up a shirt.
Ah!
Anyway, growing out of his nipple.
Moving on. Moving on.
He is a mutant.
Get past the
He's dead.
dead check.
Now he's stabbed.
I'm going in.
Okay. That's what I was saying. Just as the shotgun was the sort of defense mechanism on this back door, and so the shotgun has been unloaded, pelts through this young adult and the fetus, and he's certainly dead now. That's about it. You can reset the trap, just let it,
Mutants must be getting crazy down there.
Yeah,
I don't want to sneak into here.
when are mutants considered adults? Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they were trying to get a hold of us. Maybe something important happened underground, or not. Okay, Jay's giving me the no. I'm okay. Anything else in the? I'm gonna do just a quick search around the cart. Make sure everything's good to go. Nothing's out of place. Natural one.
Now, even that kid is like you almost forget he's there, and you're like, oh yeah, I should probably do something with this.
Stab
As
again.
you're about to walk out, and you're like, this isn't how it goes, and you reload the shotgun. You can do whatever you want with the corpse, but it's
I take it out of the cart for
but
sure.
it can't stay here,
I just drag it out like 20 feet.
Okay.
Oof, look at that young adult's body. Luckily, that wasn't the kid's body.
Anyway, you dispose of, I don't know, and with the rocks littered about the subway station, the corpse. How would you?
I'm gonna bury it. Like I'm a human, so I'm just gonna bury it.
That tells a lot about. So the common perception of mutants is literally like fucking gross. Get the fuck away. Ugh, them. It's like they're not even considered humans, although they are, technically humans. They're like considered less than humans by 99.9999% of anybody who lives above ground. So the perception that you would just sort of throw the corpse, anywhere disrespectful, is common. The fact that you treat it with dignity and bury it you sort of hear people whispering among the community of the collective sort of abandoned. Why do I keep saying abandoned? What is it? What is the word for something that's not this typical use and it's been repurposed? The repurposed subway trams. They're like, what is he doing with
Desolate,
him?
maybe.
Oh, is he burying? Oh man.
That's fine.
So a little bit of gossip, but you treat him with dignity, which I appreciate, and potentially Jay would as well. It takes maybe an hour to bury him.
That's perfectly fine.
And we can take care. We can say that you were doing that unless Jay, you wanted to do something specifically while he was burying him. We can say that Jay has already taken off to the underground.
Oh, yeah. At the sight of this, I think I said something in this whole thing, and after that, I'll peel out. I'll let everybody know as I'm leaving. Like, all right.
Applesauce. Okay, bye. You're like, I say something.
But I mean, I'll let you guys know when I'm done in the sewers. Remember, we're meeting up a mile outside the Ministry of Information at dusk. And that's where and when we're going to meet the Remnants of Dust. Talk
All
to
right.
you then.
Is it like the
Throw my flip phone.
We're on channel whiskey.
real quick? I want to message and be like, are we meeting in front of a gas station or like a building or just any certain landmark or anything like that, or are we just meeting a mile outside of the area?
Here's the coordinates. You guys find a spot. Let me know.
Will do.
I'll meet you there.
It's like one specific entrance or exit from the sewers that you see is in a collection of alleys that is a bit out of the way from the ministry. But this is still the district that you guys are going to frag, man. What's it called again? One second. The halls of the machine is the district that the Ministry of Information's capital tower is located in, and the halls of the machine is where all this is going to take place. And a mile out from the tower, you're still in sort of like a heavily surveyed area, so you still have to be a little bit careful.
Okay. All right. I'll drive to that conjunction, whatever you want to call it, and
Let me know if it doesn't work.
I had something pop up in my head just real quick. Jay, if the things go bad with the mutants, what do we do? Do we come get you?
Yeah. You're probably safer in the sewers than you are on the surface.
Just send us if you can't talk or anything, just send us, can you send Netra, can you receive colors? An emote from Jay? Anything?
Yes.
do you have
Sounded
a
really
thought?
positive on that one. Jay, can you send Netra anything? Just a color, a blip,
Send
A-
me
a
a red
period.
flag.
something quick, easy.
Do you have a
GM
thought to
question.
text?
Would I know whether or not I will have any signal where I'm going?
Very likely no.
If
like-
I'm not there at the time I say I'll be, well, didn't go as planned.
What is the time that your
Desk, I don't know. Let's say 8. That's 8 p.m.
Okay. Yeah, it's about 12 right now.
2000.
So you have about 8 hours.
12 evening, 12 morning.
12 hours, so it's noon
Dusk.
right now.
Sorry, 12 morning.
What?
Sorry, well,
It's
it's
noon.
not. It's 12.
What?
You know what
It's
I mean. It's the
noon.
beginning of the
Noon?
day.
It's
you know,
noon.
It's
Beginning of
noon.
the day
Yeah.
is AM. Not, okay,
No, it's
so
PM.
noon.
AM
so
is
it's
the other
noon.
way around.
Okay, so yeah, it's noon. All right.
Ah,
We know time.
Things
What?
like
we are an
time.
authority on so much.
Did you see that question from the chat?
Let me put on my handy dandy VR goggles. Yeah, they're definitely locals that they. No, they're not. So, mutants in this society, as I said, so they're just one level below ground. They're in the subway system, which the majority of the above ground society used to use in abundance. Now it's just like a rare occurrence, and not many are functioning. Many levels below that, through like a labyrinth of machinery and ancient tunnel systems for escaping, and like bomb shelters and so on and so forth, there are the mutants. Far below. Mutants are not super uncommon, but there are a lot of myths about them. Not as many as lizard people. You know, they definitely exist. Sorry to anybody who believes in lizard people. Anyway, so yeah, they're not frequent above ground, and it's one of those things where it's like seeing a particularly bothersome rat. Like normally when you see a rat, you're like, oh, you know, people who exaggerate about rats are like, oh wow, oh that's gross, oh get it away from me. But they're like, fuck, what is that doing here? Should we move? You know,
Yep.
Generally treated poorly. They are the lowest of the low, the dregs of society, and most of them, whereas they can live normal lives and they can have consciousness and just be judged based off of their appearance, most of them have been degraded and have lived in such almost like peril and like the lowest of society muck that they, you know, have developed many different complexes. And not to mention the radiation itself will do a lot to the mind. So who knows what you're dealing with? Jay has sort of tiptoed alongside the rational parts of the mutant society, the more rational parts of human society, and so he's more familiar than the rest of the party. But he you know, is still an outsider because he's not a mutant. History lesson, sort of. So. Jay, you
Should make him have to roll for that.
Yeah,
Oh,
make the
man.
DM roll for it.
make me roll or make them roll for a history
I'm
check?
kidding.
So you're gonna send me a red flag?
No. The red flag is that I'm not there.
Okay.
It'd be very hard to find anybody friendly to mutants. In this area, the ones that did see him are gossiping about how droll, or how, no, droll isn't the right word. How like they can't believe he's doing that. Like they didn't think that they were that kind of group. Is one of them a mutant? They always wear a mask. Maybe. I think it's Jay. Yeah, I've seen him in just sort of wandering around in the darkness in the lower parts of the subway before.
Uh-oh. They're on to you.
So, yeah, it's been established that just if he's not there by dusk, to proceed without him.
Proceed without you?
Or cancel the whole thing.
Oh, proceed.
Okay. Maybe we should have actually come up with a new character for you. Because I would say, Jay, even you are like, what you know of the mutants, even you are like, I'm really the only chance that we have. But fuck. Like your heart is pounding in your chest as you walk deeper into the depths, as you know that this encounter is getting closer and closer. You may be thinking through different possibilities of encounters. You do know that they have one leader, and his name is just Leader, and that's it. You know that's who you have to get through to, and that's who you have to talk to. And you've never seen the Leader before personally, but you've heard about him. Leader. But you've heard about him, and you know that he's got a reputation for being absolutely insane, but having these spurts of like rational thought that guide most of mutant society. Very powerful, but also very outspoken about death to the machine. But not only the machine, it's like the surface dwellers. Anybody on the surface they have an agenda or a vendetta against.
I know this. I mean, I'm headed that direction. I don't know if you want to.
Okay. If you're headed down, then you take the channels that are sort of less disturbed. Systems in like interconnected canals that will lead you down further and another level down. You pass by ancient still machinery. You pass by, you hear the of subway systems, distant subway systems underground the sound has been dampened just by how many layers underground you're going, until there's a moment of pure silence where you're walking through tunnels that have no activity, no electricity, barely any rodents. You just hear the scurrying of mice. And then you start to hear, and about an hour goes by. You're traveling for maybe an hour and a half. You approach the second hour of travel before you start to hear this sort of like hub of this murmur of activity, shuffling of just people. This sort of like gravelly, deep, scratchy conversation, even as distant as you are. You start to find, you walk up through one tunnel into an opening of this labyrinth, again, of shanties, and the sounds start to assail you once more. Stark transition from what you were just experiencing, and you see this. It's like hard to make sense of the network that's being constructed here. Like nobody purposely there was no architect down here. It was literally just, I need a home, what's around? Shanties made of sort of corrugated metal and cardboard, boxes that say VR Corp on them that have been infinitely repurposed and moved around numerous times. People are sitting on like buckets. There are bins just filled with garbage littered, like ubiquitous around here. Everything is, it looks 10 years past when it should have been used. People are sleeping on mattresses where like the springs are out. There are all of the complexion is as though they've never even experienced vitamins, in their entire life. You'll see sort of like some skin just sagging off where it shows this like gray skin beneath the eye, just like most of the face is sagging off. Some people have almost like they don't care about pain anymore. You'll see people with sewn up eyes and sort of like nails through their cranium, cybernetic components that don't even really make like enough sense, like an arm that comes out and splits up into two larger pieces that make one larger hand, that looks to be something that's been entirely repurposed just so they could grab a thing with their arm. And so you just proceed as you start to sort of get assailed by mutant activity right now. You are walking thicker and thicker into the depths of mutant society. And there's like this, you can tell that there's an energy in the air down here. The deeper you walk through these channels, and through all these shanties, you hear yelling. Mutants are, you can see like passing things off to each other, running in the same direction, which is actually the direction that you're going. The streets are getting wider, and you hear a ruckus coming from an entrance into when you get to almost like the bottom of this this collection of thrown together housing. You're getting to the bottom of an ancient underground subway system, and you hear numerous voices coming from an underground highway tunnel that you're starting to approach, and you can see bodies pressing out of this tunnel. Some mutants actually run past you, sort of like chuck you or like hit you in the shoulder. You're not getting a lot of attention because you are wearing, you're fully covered.
I do want to say that I purposely went to that junkyard to basically get covered in filth.
Yeah, yeah. So you're for the most part blending in here. There's no part of you that looks like a surface dweller.
Well, as soon as I like start to get in the thick of it, I would like to pull out my machete from off my back, and then just start dragging it on the ground. I really don't want to get fucked with, and
no, I mean, so as you pull out your you're pulling out your machete for your own reasons. I'm gonna start
shoving people who are in my way.
You're pulling out your machete for your own reasons, but also on top of that, many of the other more sort of like active, vocal, aggressive mutants down here also have weapons. Like some people are punching sort of spike-studded brass knuckles into the meat of their other hand. Other people are like practicing revving up their chainsaws, like, I need more gas over here. I'll get it for you. They're like preparing to it, like you putting the everything that you've been through together and hearing that they're bless you, acting up. All of it's coming together. They are preparing for something. Two people run past you. Sorry, two mutants sort of run past you. One lightly shoulder chucks you. You can take that how you will.
I'm gonna punch him right in the face and then shove him. Get out of my way.
Okay. One just is wearing.
Keep walking. I'm not stopping.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, I like that. Fight with you in the above surface. The meat will be ours.
It's like you punching them just added to it. Added to their energy. And then like with the crowd, you hear like a group of individuals that seem to be together. One go,
The leader himself is going to lead it. And the other goes, the rumors are true. He's alive. And then the one that said it initially went, sort of like looks to you, Jay, and goes, "You look familiar."
No, I don't.
I'm sure you do.
Where's the leader?
We're all going in that direction.
And where's that?
He gestures to the tunnel, and they all start sort of like laughing together. And he goes,
We're preparing. If you're who I think you are, the leader might want to try and engage in a little talky talk with you.
I'm gonna head in that direction. Not really acknowledging them.
"Okay." They just say like,
Oh, he thinks he has such purpose. We'll find out all of our purpose soon enough.
They spit on the ground. Okay, so as you proceed, you now have to like angle your way and shift your way into through a thick crowd into the tunnel, where you see garbage cans are the only thing that's garbage cans filled with flaming debris are the only thing that's illuminating this long stretch of underground highway. Maybe like 60 feet wide and 30 feet high is how large this dome is. Old stones falling from the top, some water even dripping in from broken tubes. You go into the tunnel, spilling shoulder to shoulder with mutants. They're sharpening blades, licking them, muttering and yelling at the same time. All manner of like foul promises to anything on the surface, skins, tins, or otherwise. And they're armed to the teeth. Like seriously, they're most of their teeth are gone and replaced with bullets for some of these people. It was not bullets like the rest are like tiny tetanus-inducing razors of death. And then you pull yourself farther into the tunnel as you just sort of like. This is more in the thick of madness than you've ever been with the mutants. And you see standing on top of a car, sort of like pacing back and forth, like going to one portion of the crowd, and like raising them up. Like, death to the surface! Death to the surface! And he's like, go to one side, raise them. And you notice this to be the leader. And the next time he yells death to the surface, you know, like coughs like this clot of blood with some like thick matter on his shoulder that he just sort of like grabs and just like throws off the side. You see that like some people are coming up to him like whispering in his ear, and he's like sending them away. Well, yeah, what'd you like to do as you are approaching him now?
As soon as I get within like, normal talking range, I'd like to say, "Are you the leader? Is that you?"
Go ahead and roll a performance. Is it performance in it? Well, hold on. It's cool plus persuasion, or you can do will plus concentration. Ooh, pardon me.
24.
Okay. Ooh, 24. He's addressing the other side, so his back is facing you, and he just sort of like whips his head around and looks at you. He's got what looks to be like, a 15 years old VR headset on that's like flickering. He's got a you don't know if it's a shaved head or a head that just can't grow hair. There are little flecks of hair and sort of like what are the spots called? Like brown spots along his head.
Liver spots?
Liver spots around his head, most of his skin. One arm is completely cyberized. Again, it looks like a mess of cables and sort of hacked together, improvised tech to make a function of an arm. He's got a cut-off jean jacket with studs up the collar, a red M, what looks to be like straight up just spray painted on a tank top that he's wearing, and he looks at you and he goes, "A smooth skin in the depths. I feel like tasting your flesh rather than hearing your talk."
I'm no smooth skin.
He looks you up and down, lowers his arms. "I've seen you before, and you've always been a comrade." And he sort of like, after he gestures with his hand, he reaches into his jean jacket pocket and throws a pill into his mouth. "Tell me, comrade, why should we give these smooth skins any light of day? Or you smooth skins any light of day when we get beaten and screamed and killed whenever we see any?"
If you had fought up against the machine from the beginning, they wouldn't have the power that they have now. You cowering down here in the sewers is what led to their rise.
Okay, give another persuasion check. I'm just trying to get out of here.
24.
You understand what we're capable of, but you do not understand us, what we live with. We are not accepted anywhere. What fight would we contribute to but our own? Shoulder to shoulder with you, a gleaming shoulder from the skies above? I think not. But you are right to know of our power, our rage. So will the machine soon enough.
I live with the skins, the smooth skins as you call them. Because they're the only ones willing to fight the machine with purpose. You attack with chaos.
You came down here to speak with me. If your cause is so grand, and your smooth skins so courageous, why did only you come? You feared for who you represent to be in our midst.
You and I both know how it would have ended if I had brought any smooth skins down here.
Because you are the cowards. Prove to me your convictions, Smooth Face. Fight the brothers. One
my
of
face.
both.
Do you recognize that?
What did you say?
Said, look at my face.
Hey,
The one named Baron, who would come down here and kidnap our children.
we know what the Baron did. So you are one of Jason's that rolls with the mortal code. Or rolls. We've heard about what you did to Baron Ironfuck. I hope you made it painful. Sick fuck made mutants look pretty, don't he?
You just hear like, "Hey!"
And here, shut up!
I shoot that guy's face.
Maybe there is something to you. Still, I am to be entertained by this time by you. You still must show us what you're capable of. You who represents many should be capable of much. Fight one of the brothers. Your choice. Prove that your convictions are strong. And you may have the mutants' fury to your cause.
Your pick.
Dollface! Teddy! Which one of you wants to fight?
He looks at you.
Pick Dollface.
And you see that Dollface is, they both look pretty similar. They both have like stuffed animals and dolls sort of like literally nailed into their garments. It's reasonable to assume that they're also just nailed into their skin through the garments. But one has two machetes. One is sort of like he scrapes one machete and the sparks light a flame across the oiled surface of it, and he goes, "I would like this honor." And you see that's Dollface, just because you see like numerous dolls just nailed into his body. And then you see, you imagine Teddy is the one with numerous dolls nailed into his helmet. Sorry, with a stuffed teddy bear nailed into his helmet. He's got a huge collar, and he takes will look to be like in his pockets like nails in glass, and he like places them in his palm, and he pushes them in to his hands, and you can see them just poke through the skin through his knuckles, creating this like improvised brass knuckle.
Bloodsport.
How are these people living?
I mean, that's going to be anybody with a rational mind is going to come down here and see like the state that they're living in. Most of them are popping pills, like, you know, leg will fall off or something, and then like they'll laugh at it. Yeah, it's like it's absolute insanity that you and the rest of the Mortal Code. There's a reason why Jay did not bring you down here, Teddy with the with a stuffed animal on his head, and just as he's pressing the sharp pieces through his hands to be sharp objects to punch with, he says,
I respect what you did, Jay, but let's be honest. You reek of the surface, and I'm allergic. I would like to fight this whelp.
Should be a quick fight if he's allergic.
And the other guy.
How's life on the bright side, Jay? Does vitamin D taste as good as they say?
I live on the surface, so I can be closer to machines, so I can kill them. I'm pretty sure I put down more than you have.
He's a coward.
By the end of the night, that will be a false claim.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And so you can choose, or you can let them sort of duke it out amongst themselves.
Glass hands. I think it was Teddy.
Teddy, yes, Teddy with the.
Let's go, psycho.
All right. The one brother pulls out. I'm trying to find a song for this. I think we just ended the Hosan playlist.
You play Magnum Bullets?
Man, I wish we
Is that a good long song?
No, not
coming
not
across
even close.
these characters. We could have prepared the artwork.
Fuck. Yeah, I don't know what I was thinking. Wait, didn't I send you? Yeah, never mind.
You could play that Master Boot record. There's always place. That'd be a good one.
You know, it may be appropriate next time. But I can also send you the pictures if we can get them in, you know, like at the break.
Let's definitely do that.
Okay, so Dollface. Also, their complexion is like gray. Gray, small little circular holes are forming, like deep holes. Like, imagine a blackhead, numerous blackheads that just went out of control, and now they're like, black bullet holes or something like that.
They're literally blackheads.
Yeah, like black, like not so much dimes, but maybe like pellets. Anyway, Dollface grabs this bucket that's just filled with nails and other sharp objects, and he holds it up to Teddy, and Teddy just starts punching the shit out of it, and you see like more sharp objects get inserted into his fists and knuckles. He goes, "I'm ready for you whenever you are." And he throws another pill in his mouth, and sort of like his arms get like his entire around him as he's like drooling out the mouth. He almost increases an inch or so higher. His muscles start to sort of bulge and rip out. Some pus starts to sort of leak out of his skin in the exposed areas, and he just like bats his chest, and he goes, "Nah!"
Do that too, Jay.
I will. I'm gonna pop some. What are these called? Reflex.
Juices start flowing on his body.
Well, I'm gonna lift my mask up and pop them. Don't get me wrong, Teddy. I like you. I'm gonna enjoy killing you. It's to the death, right?
It's whatever. It's literally your whatever you want to do.
Does he have any weapons on him besides those that are jammed into his knuckles?
Oh, he's got like, you see what looks to be like a chain, like a literally just a chain with like a dagger at the end, or just like a sharp pointed piece at the end, looped around his waist. He's choosing to fight you bare knuckle.
Quick question. So
you can do whatever you want.
So were there three people? Dollface, Glass Hands, and Teddy, or were there just Glassface or Dollface?
There's Dollface and Teddy. He's fighting Teddy. Dollface had 2 machetes on fire, and he's sort of looking at them now. And he just goes and he like hacks somebody behind him. I didn't want to waste it.
So there was no Glass Hands then?
Glass Hands is Teddy.
Oh, okay, Glass Hands, Teddy.
Yeah. So
I'll pop some reflex, and I'm gonna put my shotgun back on my back and the machete, and charge at him. I'm gonna take while I'm running, I'm gonna take the retractable blades on my upper cyber limbs, and shoot him out, and then run at him. And
roll initiative first.
Look.
I think it's just reflex plus No, just reflex plus 1d10.
Sorry, reflex is. What does that add?
It's just on your page.
Or
No, what is?
Plus
Sorry,
1d10.
plus 1d10.
Reflex the drug.
Oh. I see.
Oh, geez, I'm gonna have to.
Oh, it doubles your doubles reflex, but it lowers intelligence.
Yeah, I don't need that right now. Okay. And is that the total roll or just the D10 roll?
Wait, what?
It's like, do you double it like a D20 roll, or you double it just the?
Oh, yeah, yes. Okay, sorry. Just the roll.
Okay. And I guess for the people watching, I just popped a drug called Reflex. We also have a stat called Reflex. Okay.
How much does it lower your intelligence?
32.
32. 32 for initiative.
You said I doubled the roll, the whole roll?
Yeah.
It's a reflex roll.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
No, not the entire, all of the points added together, just the roll.
Oh, just the, okay. In that case. 22.
Got 21. So you go first. What do you want to do?
I'd like to charge him with my blades out and kind of like Wolverine, jump at him and stick my the blades into his chest if I can.
Okay, yeah, this is going to be an opposing roll. That was the benefit to the laptop, is I had all of the, like, a cheat sheet for me. I don't know why I don't have that in the headset. It'd be easy. 1 second. Unless you know what you need to roll.
Oh, I don't
range
know.
combat, melee combat. Okay, so
Maybe
dex,
brawling?
dex plus melee weapon skill plus 1d10.
Oh yeah, okay.
Dex plus evasion plus 1d10.
20.
So as you leap up to him, your blades release from both of your arms, and you go to try and jump on him. He bats your, like, he takes half step back really quickly, forces both of his arms in between your blades, just bats them away, releases his arms to both sides of him, catching your blades, which, like, partially sink into the meat of his skin. There's only a little bit of fabric in between the blade and the skin, and he headbutts you in your mask, and it's like both of your forces meet together, and your feet touch the ground, and now it's just sort of like scraping between him and you. Both of you rolled a 20, so nothing happens. He's going to go now, and he's just going to try and uppercut you. Go ahead and roll what evasion plus 1d10 plus dex.
26.
Uh,
So just so I'm doing this right, I just take my straight reflex, straight evasion, but then double the D10 roll, and then add that all together.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah.
26.
26. So you see his you see him lick
He also
his...
got 26?
No, he didn't.
Oh. Okay.
You see him, he got a 36. I'm just kidding. But he also has he has something that helps him out after taking that drug. So you see this sort of like he's also wearing this ancient VR headset. There's some yellow glowing through some thin LED strips in the front, and he's got a fresh, spiky toothed mouth underneath.
Does it have a white O on the headset?
No, that's the top of the line. Okay.
Ancient though.
got-
Ancient.
It's got a stupid looking little weird triangle. I'm just kidding. I enjoy all of VR.
They went underground.
He clenches his like he does one of this, like, I don't want to do it because it might be off-putting, but like he like taps his teeth together very aggressively, and you see him scrape his headset across your mask, and he's just gonna rip into your jugular as you pull back, as he just and bites nothing. You're up.
Can I try and uppercut him?
Yeah, absolutely.
I purposefully don't want to hit him with the blade, but I'll try and clock his jaw with my fist. It is a cyber limb.
Okay,
I have
that is
four
going to be
of them,
significantly
so
more.
can I try and hit him once?
Oh, you have
in
2
the-
attacks, buddy, with 4
Oh
limbs.
yeah. So can I try and hit him in the gut with my lower limb and in the chin with my upper limb?
Yeah, go for it. But you have to roll twice though.
So
to
the
hit.
first one will be upper.
Oh, shit.
Ugh, natural 1.
Can I ping him at this time? Be like, so how's mutant? How are the negotiations go with mutants?
Unfortunately, Astraea, you are met with, and then there's like this slight like, and then.
Whoa! All right, must be going good, guys. Going good. Yep.
The first one was a natural 1.
But don't you roll at advantage?
Oh. Okay, then the first one was a 20. I roll it with advantage?
So, oh, I'm sorry. Not advantage. You just double it.
So
Again, there's a long list of drugs and all the things I wrote out, and I still haven't memorized it.
well, I want the one at advantage next. So yeah, the first one was a miss or something terrible, and the second one was a 20.
Just regular 20?
Just a regular 20.
Yeah, so instead, so your first one, since it's a regular fist, pounds into his chest, but it hits like a plated portion of his the jacket that he's wearing. It's like a thick jacket, and it's studded everywhere. So you like hear the crushing of your own sort of cybernetic knuckles onto his obliques. And as your second punch goes up, what'd you get?
20.
You rolled 19, so you just make it as he brings his fist up to try and grab yours, and you just break his defenses and go ahead and roll damage.
That's just a d6?
Yeah.
Do I add anything to that, or is that just straight whatever I roll?
You don't, yeah, this isn't a game where you
4.
add things onto it. 4, all right. One second. Trying to find the damage for melee.
I just did a d6.
That's what I'm assuming as well, but melee combat.
Yeah, my rippers are 2d6,
Strength. If you're using the strength of your body.
Yeah, 'cause my machete is 2d6, so I assume that my cyber limbs are just 1d6.
Yeah, so it's like weapons are 2d6, and then like I guess cyber limbs would just be one lower than that. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So 4 points of damage total. He is he's gonna try and rip your mask off.
I'm taking your honor. Wait, I'm taking your honor. That's what I was more in the voice.
Go ahead and just make an opposing reflex check. What'd you get?
Is it evasion?
God damn, I was just on the page. When a melee fight comes up,
I got
it
24.
should be my job to be
If it's
prepared.
evasion.
What the? Okay, whatever.
Oh shit. So you can I forgot that 1, this bypasses armor. Melee combat bypasses armor, so you don't take that into consideration, just hits health. And 2, you have an action, you have 2 actions. So you have 2 attacks with melee attack, both d6. But that's by default, so you have 4 attacks.
I got 4 arms.
Melee weapon. Yeah, you're right. One is 1d6, the other is 2d6. And give me a... If you have a brawling skill, it'd be brawling plus brawling.
Plus reflex?
Brawling plus brawling.
I got 24.
24.
It's the same number.
28. So he grabs your face, and he... Go ahead and give me another plus evasion. I would say no advantage, or no doubling, because you are grabbed, if that makes sense.
20.
20. 24. So he grabs your mask and just punches you in the jugular, and the mask rips off. And so he has your mask right now, and he puts it up to his face. This is what it feels like to be a surface dweller.
Wait, but does this mean that he has to take his mask off?
There's like another mask underneath.
Mask.
Right now.
But nobody knows. The stream doesn't know because you are not there.
Gotcha.
And you take...
You got lucky.
You take 10 points of damage. As you feel numerous different perforations and lacerations inside of your jugular as this fist just almost like caves in your windpipe, punching you back. So you guys are separated a few feet. You're up.
I'm gonna say, fuck this. I'm gonna take the machete off my back and throw it at him.
Okay. We'll consider that half of your attack, so you still have 2 melee attacks. Go ahead and roll reflex plus marksman.
Marksman. Natural 10.
You certainly hit. Well, actually, they could roll a natural 10.
And I'm gonna try and run up and kick
No, they don't.
the machete further into him.
Okay,
Like,
so that'll be
jump
two.
up.
That'll be 2 attacks, and that'll double the damage of the machete, and then add a d6 to it.
Cool.
If you make it. So they also have to roll to see if
So
they.
roll again to do the Superman kick or whatever it's called.
Yeah, another melee plus dex plus melee plus 1d10.
24.
Fuck yeah, you 18. Go for it. As you describe.
So it's. Hold on. Wait, so am I doing this right? 5d6?
Yes.
Whoa. God.
Your blades are 3d6. 2d6 for the straight damage and 1d6 for the electric damage.
Oh, nice. Well, the machete being Superman kicked further in does 6, 9, 11 damage. That's actually kind of low.
Yeah, a little bit. But is this sort of like dark blood explodes from his mouth and spatters across your naked face. A sensation you're not familiar with because you've been wearing masks for so long. Just like the physical tapping of liquid across your skin is like, it's interesting. It takes you back a little bit. But you see him like stepping backwards, and he goes, coughs up the blood, reaches behind him, and you see this sort of like this flask. He undoes it. And he like flicks his thumb like a sheet of metal across a sheet of metal on his lower portion. He goes to ignite a flame across you. Go ahead and roll an evasion, dex plus evasion. It's 1d10. This will be just similar to D&D. You'll take half if you make it.
22.
You don't. Okay, you take 10 points of damage.
Oh, good.
This is, since it's not a melee attack, your armor consumes this.
Oh, okay.
But one piece of your armor is taken away.
Got it.
You're up.
If the fire like plume is still going, I'd like to try and charge through it, and try and tackle him to the ground.
Okay, go for it. That'll be one of your actions. The roll.
Natural 10.
You do it. You fucking do it. Charge it like what wasn't expecting it. Sort of is like about to smile and turn around to the crowd, and you just. Your entire body just like presses through the flames and picks him up off the ground, kicks his feet out from under him, and slams him onto his back as you are face to face with him right now.
Great. I'd like to with I don't know actually how many. Can we call this one action if I so slam him to the ground, grab him with my lower cyber limbs, his neck, and then like get right in his face and say, "Take a good look," and then basically rear back and then smash his face with mine.
Yeah, we'll say since he's down like that, you roll at advantage and then double again.
Natural 10.
Jesus. Yeah. Okay, roll double damage.
Seven.
That's doubled.
Yeah. I roll a 6 and a 1. It's just 2d6, right? A headbutt?
A headbutt would be like 1d6.
Right. And you said double it.
Yeah, so roll 1d6 and then double that. Don't like
Oh.
roll twice.
Oh, I see. Well then 12? The first one was a 6.
Oh, well then yeah. 12. Okay, whoa, nice.
Yeah, I feel like you helped me there.
No, I didn't help. It's you roll once and you double it. Doubling the damage has never meant roll twice.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so yeah, his already disgusting face is just shattered inward, and it's at this point like his lips are sticking together. It's hard to tell where the nose begins and the mouth begins, and it's just like this deep dark blood crossing all over his face, and he just spits this like inch in diameter glob, you know, in the middle of a, you know, like a liter of just disgusting phlegm into your face, into your unprotected face. And he's gonna, he's still on the ground, he's gonna try and overpower you. As he's like pressing up, and your chest is pushing the machete deeper even more, as you can see his teeth just like as he's trying to force you up. Oh. Go ahead and roll. Counter brawling dex plus 1d10.
22.
You beat him. Your turn is up. That was his fucking turn.
I'm gonna try to rip his VR headset off.
Okay.
Well, what do I roll for that?
Just an opposing brawling again.
Let's see what's under your mask. 21.
Roll just a bit, just higher than that, and bites your hand as you reach for his VR head. And you take 2 points of pierce. Why do I keep specifying the damage? It doesn't matter in this world. You take.
I'm gonna like basically with the same hand, just like oh, and then like punch him in the face. Yep.
Okay. That's your second. Yeah.
Fuck. Well, yeah, 'cause he just spit in my face and then bit me.
Yeah.
That's my move.
In real life.
Oh, sorry. That's brawling?
Teddy, get up! Get up, you weak scum!
Yeah.
Fuck. 26. I'm gonna be defeated by simple math.
You get him.
Well. 4.
Their fate is in your hands. As like you look at them, and the only reason they're still sort of active right now is, you know, they're fucking mutant. They don't know, you know, I don't want to say our strength. You know, we all know what that means, but pretty much, you know, there's something not working in his brain to tell him to stop. And so his body's almost just like reactively trying to get at you, but it's like there's a lot of blood loss, and he's literally got a machete through his midsection. So you can kill him, you can You can spare him. It is up to you.
No.
As you
I'm
see,
gonna take all 4 of my limbs and I don't know, like King Kong, just like slam down and all right on his face.
is the intent to kill.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if it doesn't kill him with the first one, then I'll keep going. I will keep going. I'll pulp his face.
Okay. First, your first pound, you reach your arms up and smash him down on his face. You hear the crunch of the VR headset components as well as bone underneath. Your second slam, following immediately, crushes the esophagus and the windpipe down, and then you just continue to just and you hear, "I call cheating. His food probably got nutrients in it."
I'm gonna take my shotgun off my back. I'm like, we don't have time for this, and I'll shoot him.
The guy who said that?
Yep.
All right, it seems. You've proven yourself. You are a convicted one. And you have swayed my kind soul. Where do you want to destroy? Where shall our vengeance mow through?
How's about tonight? At the Ministry of Information. Everybody's attacking them but you. How about you control this chaos. Direct it at the machine. Destroy them. With or without you, that's what we're doing.
Mutants! The sun-touched meat will be ours tonight. Our teeth, ripping through their VR goggles and digging into their faces, will be the last thing the surface dwellers ever see. We will bring the underworld to them, and the moving metal toys will be our playthings. We will rip and tear and slay and eat and rip and tear and slay and eat,
And then everybody starts to add in,
rip and tear and slay.
and like the entire I guess this mantra is echoing throughout the underground the underground highway system as they're all like smashing bottles over their heads, lighting Molotovs, and they are like marching in a direction. As the force marches forward, the leader hops off like of the car, and he looks at you, Jay.
I put my mask back on before I turn to him.
Nice, just turning.
You will never be one of us. But you've gained a modicum of my respect. If even a small amount of the surface falls, if even a small amount of the machine knows of our existence, then it will be worth it. Thank you.
Don't thank me. Kill the machine. And when you're done with them, wake humanity. Destroy those who would sedate themselves instead of fight.
Now that I like. Consider it done.
And you like all this is happening through the chant of rip and tear and slay and eat. And he says,
See you tonight, friend of the mutants.
and he walks in the direction of the momentum gaining. And you're like looking around, and there are hundreds of them. There are like, it's hard to tell exactly, but it's mutants. Sorry, not, of course it's all mutants. It's older mutants, younger mutants. People are literally like, you know, some are picking up each other as they have one missing leg. The guy whose leg fell off earlier, and they're like hopping forward. Others you hear like the as a motorbike or motorcycle is just ripping through everything. Numerous of them hopping over cars, slapping chains onto the ground. And yeah, the entire force has been electrified and sent in a direction. So your mission, yes.
Do I have anything on me that I can basically use as like a tracking device? Can I like?
That's an.
I'll even. I don't know if there's any like working tech in the Baron's mask or not, but if there is, then I can track it.
That's gonna be an interesting one. If you can come up with a way, we can make a roll, but I don't think like that. There's not like a stud in the Baron's mask that you can just be like, this is a tracking device.
Okay, no, that's all good. We'll probably hear him coming.
And with that, we will pick up with the other forces of the Mortal Code, and but after the break. Booty, chopping booties. Anyway, we will.
You have so many
chop.
songs to choose from.
All right, we will see you guys back here in about 15 to 20 minutes. Thank you guys for watching so far. We hope that you are entertained, and hopefully I don't have to do many more mutant voices the rest of the night, but I doubt that because my throat hurts. So catch us back here at what time is it now?
8:32.
At 8, in between 8:40 and 8:45, and
Let's just make it like 40 to 50, so that in case, because I would like to throw up some pictures of the mutants that you called out.
I would also like to throw up after that scene,
Let's all throw up together.
like usual. That's how we stay skinny. I'm just kidding. It's an actual problem. All right, anybody. Okay. Take care, guys. We'll see you on the other side. All right. There's a bit.
Music.
Hello. Oh, I'm
Music?
plugged in.
No music.
Time to unplug, unjack. There we go. How's the battery? It's pretty good. Welcome back, everybody, to the stream, to our SASAPUNKS stream. I figured I'd give you a little bit of a view because we would have to stop the stream in order to show you this stuff on the sides, like right there. But these are the mutants.
Closer.
Ooh.
Down.
I know. I see. Kind of. There we go.
That's
Yeah, that's the leader. And these are the brothers.
the leader. Nice.
Which
There's
one?
two
This is
brothers.
Teddy. This is the one that he faced. That
Two
guy.
brothers.
This guy?
No, the guy on the left with the teddy bear.
Wait.
Oh, that guy.
Hold on. This guy. Yeah.
The guy on the right is the leader.
that
Yeah,
guy.
yeah, move it to the-
All right.
Yeah.
That is our
And you can win
solution.
this book.
Yeah. Hey, this
Yep.
book. Woo. Could be yours. And we're still up and coming, just like Netra here.
I'm already famous.
So your chances of winning are pretty high. So there's that. Let's get into it.
Just go two brothers in the sewers.
In the sewers.
With swords.
Ready to take
So-
out the tomato alien.
You guys have about 2.5 hours before Jay finishes up his work, and then he literally maybe about another, maybe like 5 hours in between when Jay leaves and when Jay comes back.
That's a long time.
So, what do you guys do? You could say like just a simple task that you want to take care of, or you can literally just wait there and survey the area. It's up to you. We can do, shopping. Anybody?
I would like to go.
Little
I would like to
bits.
link up with the Remnants of Dust, at least one of the on-site leaders that's going to be at the Ministry of Information, if that's possible.
Yeah, I mean, you guys all share the same communication channel. Jay's really just the one who takes the initiative to talk to people, it seems. So you can literally just, do the finger thing and then cycle through the
Can we
channels
just
that you
go
have.
there?
Go where? Back to Metal Burden?
We're already at the Metal Burden.
No, you were at Beggar's Reach where you dropped Jay off.
Then can we go? Yeah, to a Remnants of Dust known hideout to us.
You guys don't know of any specific hideouts, but like you, in the district that you're in, the Remnants of Dust have taken it over. So you see some forces, and the ones that you know are with Aptio will nod to you, or like they'll give you a sign that they're in the know, pretty much.
So we probably just talk about the plan with the Remnants of Dust. Let them know about the mutants, not to attack the mutants.
Okay, so you sort of you get in contact with that.
Let's talk about it.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Astraea, anything?
That sounds like a good plan right now to fill our 5-hour time slot.
Yeah.
I'm just sitting in the back of the car, like playing with my fingers, twiddling my thumbs.
You gonna make all that noise back there?
Can I talk to? Can I spot anybody out with like a identifier as a remnants?
Yeah.
Aptio and Toa.
I kind of go. I want to go up to Aptio. Yo, Aptio, you got any explosives or traps of some sort? Trying to just set them around the area, kind of fail safe. You know what I mean? Jay's downstairs getting the mutants. If that floats your boat.
I can outfit Aptio, a bit more sort of like medium armored, still has this like sleek white mask with sort of like red trimmings on the side, hood over. Aptio, more one of the robed figures, has this like staff with all these mechanized components sort of like shifting and working together. Some of it is like literally almost like gravitating around the outside, as he's just sort of like standing next to. He's normally standing next to Aptio. But yeah, Aptio goes, I was planning on outfitting each one of you with a graviton eviscerator, as well as an agastasis. You have some familiarity with the graviton eviscerator. It was the trap that we laid at the entrance to
right.
Metal Burden. And the agastasis is what it's called, is the... Man, they figure out so many things with nodes, these Remnants of Dust. Another sort of like cylindrical sort of like puck that you saw get sort of like thrown into the ground. Toa did this when you first met him to sort of lift up the gravel and put it in a stasis in place. So it's effectively like, fuck, I need, cover. So it gives you one sort of offensive mine, the graviton eviscerator. Remember, it sort of like uses electromagnetic pulse to like lift all of the objects around in a certain radius, and then the next phase it'll click and it'll turn into a sort of like a hyper magnet that'll bring all of the debris down into a central point. So each one of you, he sort of gives you 4 of those, and he gives you 4 of the agastasises, and he goes, these are all that we have, unfortunately. They are quite a work of genius, but it takes a lot of resources to fulfill, not highly available ones at that.
Who is the maker of these explosives, these devices?
Toa came up with the initial concept. He is our lead technomancer. Thank you, Aptio. You are too kind. As he sort of just like bows to him. Your plan sounds sound. Nah.
Rough.
The meow was me.
The meow.
Yeah, he did sound kind of facetious.
Insight check?
I sort of gave you the insight there for free. Just because it was obvious. Like he wasn't trying to hide anything. He was like, effectively it's like you guys are up against the Ministry of Information. Nobody's going to really be super confident in about that encounter.
Can
but
we
you
attach one of those agastasises to a wall to blast a hole through it?
Yeah, it'll blast. Nice use of it. It'll effectively jettison out most of the wall. It'll just blast it out and then hold it in place, sort of horizontally. So you'll have a way in. Yeah, that'll work. A little bit.
Yeah, these will work. I'll hand them out to the Mortal Code. Where are you going to be during this whole debacle, this chaos that's about to ensue?
I'll be in one of our armored transports, communicating with all of our forces. I will be there with you.
Good. I definitely want you safe. The plan's going to be, we're going to be, going up front, a lot of mayhem. I'm going to try to get off a lucky round, but if the lucky round doesn't happen, then the entrance is going to be the best bet. Whatever we can do. A hole in the side, something like that. Just so you know.
We should have enough forces together to break a hole through. From what Jay told us, you have an objective on the inside, a child that you are absconding with. We will do our best to damage the machine as best we can. They will not get out of this without being scarred by us. You can guarantee that.
And in the end, That's the main goal. Kill the machine. Am I right? I just hold out my hand and get ready to part ways.
I shake Winslor's hand.
All right.
And as you shake it and like let your hand go, let both of your hands go, after you're just sort of like, oh, passes right through the.
Give after you a hug. Windsor is a hugger.
Ooh, that's nice. Okay. We're done here, right? Get off me.
An uncomfortably long hug.
Okay,
It's
like does that like, oh, that's nice tap.
Oh,
That's
and that's when I back off.
That's nice tap.
That's a nice tap. All right, well, we'll let you know what Jay comes back with the mutants, but
Romance him.
I dip him down and give him a kiss.
Ooh.
You dip him down.
Yep.
Do you actually try this?
Tasers you.
Yeah, give me a roll.
He thought the tap on the back was like, I'm ready to be dipped.
Yeah, give me a roll.
I'm gonna dip. Okay, give me a cool plus persuasion.
To be fair, that's how our dance instructor told
18.
us to like secretly
Yeah.
mention to people that you're ready to dip and everything.
18.
As you sort of like reach in and grab him behind sort of like the back of his, like his lower
Scoop
back, and you sort of like try and press your body forward, your hand passes through,
Oh.
and there's a sort of like displacement of his forms.
I knew it. You weren't really here the whole time.
Oh, that's a taken from a classic page in the old book. I'm used to those sorts of moves.
Smart not to be here. Well, I will see you later then.
Of course, in person,
That's gonna be awkward.
Yeah, and I turn around and give him the whole 2-finger salute.
He catches it and puts it in his pocket.
Why would he do that? I don't see it at all.
All right. Okay, so they are informed. We'll say that it took a little while to get back. The conversation and laying out the plans, sharing the blueprints, the sort of reconstructed blueprints to the best of Hatkita's ability of the Ministry of Information and its defenses in its defensive perimeter. Shared it with them, and so they're well within the know right now. They know to meet at dusk, and you guys are prepared. It'll take about an hour to get to the Ministry of Information, to get to the meeting point with Jay, and you guys have maybe spent two catching the remnants of dust up.
Once we get on site, I will immediately leave the car. I'm gonna go find a spot. Just let me do my thing. If you need me, just give me over the comms. And I'm gonna find the best possible spot I can within the next hour to shoot the one shot.
You are a mile away currently, so
That's fine when we get in range.
okay. Looking at the different surrounding buildings, you know that you have an option of the Baron's vet, because it can be invisible. It can also throw up a barrier. There are a few surveillance or sort of towers in the front of the Ministry of Information, a few statues as well. Like one is literally holding up a book, a robo holding up a book and almost like praising it right in front of the main gate that you could sort of maybe lay into and place yourself in. But you also notice that there's like numerous different cameras and like every single micromillimeter of the area around the Ministry of Information is being watched. You just see like walls of cameras looking in every single direction. I need to jack in.
Cold, cold, warm, cold, warm, hot.
All
that episode we watched last night?
Okay, so
Drama.
so the assumption has been made. Then we're at about 4 hours. The mortal code outside of J has collected at the meeting point in the sort of collection of alleys. Jay, is there anything that you want to do with your sort of 2 to 2.5 hours it's going to take you to Rendezvous? And you have to take like subway systems, and it's way more than a 2-hour walk there. You're going to have to take a few different things that'll fast track you there. Oh, music! I just realized.
I'd like to try and beat the horde of the mutants. So, like, go around them to beat them to the surface. Pick up the pace, jogging. Fast jogging, whatever have you. I imagine they are taking their time in such a large group. Yeah, I essentially just want to beat them there. That's my only real objective. Get back, beat the mutants there.
Okay. About 7 rolls around. An hour before go time. An hour before the forces have been told to arrive and assault. Before you hear this clamoring beneath the surface, followed by a sort of like shifting of a grate, and you see Jay rise from beneath the surface, sort of cover the entrance back up with the grate, and you guys have reunited. The sun is not quite setting just yet. It's about to be there. What do you guys wish to do?
Sorry, you said so everybody with the mortal code is there, and are the remnants of dust there?
No, the remnants of dust are not there. They were told to be there at 8.
Okay.
Picnic.
I pass out.
Picnic?
This is a perfect time
few
for
of
a
the,
picnic.
Not too violent.
Explosives and the magnetic little device. There's like, do you guys want one of these? Do you
Yeah.
want me to keep on to one? Jay, yeah.
How big are they?
Hockey puck.
Oh. Yeah, I'll take one. How many of these we got?
Just 4. That's all we could do.
We have 4 eviscerators, right? 4 Eggostasis.
Mhm.
Eggostasis.
Yeah, 4 each. But obviously, maybe one of us might not need it.
Well,
What about me?
if you're wondering,
Definitely not you, Better. Why are you out of the
the
car?
mutants are on the move. It's really a wild card. Not sure when or if they'll show up. But I think they will. In numbers. Crazed. So, we'll probably stay out of their way.
Definitely. We should just let it happen,
Do we need to let the remnants of dust know that we're
They
in
know
position?
mutants are coming. I just told one of them.
Oh, guess you had some confidence in me. Thanks for that.
I trust you.
I forgot to address that part. When you told them where the mutants were intended to attack at the back, they were hesitant. They said that they wouldn't provide them any reinforcements, but so long as they were away from them, as long as like their point of attack would not intersect with the remnants of dust,
We're cool with it.
I did just tell them attack the Ministry of Information.
Oh, I know this, but Winslor only knew that you wanted them to attack the back of the Ministry of Information.
The remnants know there's mutants coming, so
Yeah.
we just do the best we can.
All right. Did I miss anything else?
I won the lottery. We're millionaires. We don't have to fight no more.
Let's just
Right.
go home.
Yeah. Go back to the burden, get some mangoes, call it a day.
That was a good stream, guys.
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding.
Oh. It's like, oh, okay.
Clever.
Well, yeah, let's find a spot to lay low. Maybe chill in the Baron's vehicle.
What do you want to call it?
I'm still gonna.
Bastion.
Bastion,
I'm gonna go
until-
find a good vantage point to shoot. I'm not gonna take any weapons or anything. I'll be back. Maybe 45.
Well, at least take your sniper rifle.
I don't want to. You know what? Yeah, I take it. I'm gonna bring it.
You're out there with like your 2 hands.
Yep.
Like,
You're just like,
this seems
big old
pretty
sniper
good.
rifle, just- I take it.
Okay. So I'm gonna need
I'm
a
gonna put
Dex plus Stealth plus 1d10.
I was gonna put it in a dumpster nearby.
Okay.
Don't put your things in a dumpster
does that mean
anymore.
that you are going to go to your vantage point,
I'm going.
and then you're gonna have to go back and pick it up, and then you're gonna have to get it again? Or sorry, then you have to go back to your vantage point again.
I'm gonna look for a vantage point and then come back.
You already found one. You found numerous. They're like the statues outside. There are no buildings in the front or around.
Okay.
It's just like
I'm not going to the statue. I'll just go to a random building that has a very clear vantage point. The statue's retarded.
Okay, there's no buildings in the front of it. Except for like far away. It's like they don't want to.
It's a secure facility.
Yes, exactly. So literally the vantage point is Bastion, the car, or one of the statues outside that are like raising their hands, giving a little bit of cover, but not, yeah, you know. It's...
Just stick with the car. I'll if you need more support, I can help sturdy you or provide covering fire.
That works.
All right, shall we press the invis button on this baby? Wait for Remnants of Dust to show up.
Do we know how long the invisibility lasts, or is the invisibility last as long as you like stand still, or does it what?
The invisibility takes like a lot of the vehicle's power in order to activate. So yeah, if it's still, it can last quite a while. If it's fully in motion, it's like a few minutes. But you still have some time with invisibility.
Okay, then I guess I'll go so one of like the buildings with a garage near it or something like that, like a garage door. Hit the invisibility button before we were like within view of the other people, and like kind of like go into the garage and park it in there almost a little bit, just out of sight, but just like near an open door where we can just like go.
Okay. At about like 7:15, as you guys all hop into the vehicle, you reunite with Jay, hop into the vehicle. Vehicle goes invisible inside of these alleys. Your team gets hailed by the Remnants of Dust signal.
What's up?
We are hiding in the recesses of nearby districts. You let us know when you need us, and there'll be 60 seconds before the time that we're not there to the time where you have our entire force.
Well, we're here too, so the mutants are on the move. I say we kick this show off early. Need not waste time.
The more damage we can do before the mutants get here, the better, in my opinion.
Alright. When we get up there, I think your drones should focus on their drones. We should take as many of them out as we can. They have some tanks. We'd like to focus on those first. I'm sure you've been told that Winslor here's got to line up a shot.
We've seen the blueprints of the buildings and the security structure thanks to Winslor. So
Great.
We know what to focus on.
He's the most vital asset in this whole attack. We need to protect him. Make sure he gets this shot off.
Did somebody say Vitalith?
No! No one says Vitalith! Get in the trunk!
Power down.
Turn off! Power down!
Every time you say Vitalith, he pops open. He wakes up. God, can't say Vita anything. Vitally, Vitali.
God, it's like somebody we were using the word max or something.
Do you want the so the stream notes, just to reiterate, the Remnants of Dust are bringing a force of 50 personnel of varying different specialties: hacking, technomancing, sniping, so on and so forth. They have 12 drones available to them, both offensive and defensive capabilities. They have 4 armored vehicles, ground vehicles, capable of guarding, also have weapons on them, and they have 2 aerial assault vehicles. So these are the resources that the Mortal Code have attained from this gang, Remnants of Dust. They are a highly tech-oriented group, so that that will manifest in different interesting ways. So the drones are focusing on the drones.
Let's get the drones and the snipers to take out the drones.
Drones and snipers.
Let's
and
get the hackers. We need to take control of those tanks. We got Netra here, who will help in that effort. But we need those tanks. There's also one large mechanized unit in the front. Let's just try and destroy that. If your aerial vehicles can focus on that mechanized unit, that'd be great. Place the armored cars in front of us so we have some cover. And if you can position them so that they can attack as well, that'd be dandy.
I'm gonna hand one of the breakthroughs over to Winslor. Because don't you need to shoot through the window? And with this?
Yeah.
Oh, you looked at me like you're...
The breakthrough is the
okay.
technology.
Oh, okay.
Breakthrough is a hacking device. So, like, the internet has been shattered in this world, and so long distance communication and long distance, streaming or networking is very difficult. There's no internet that everybody can tap into at any given moment. So you have to be very close to the device that you want to hack. What a breakthrough allows you to do, breakthrough Beetle, it's like this mechanical beetle that acts as a almost like a proxy. So so long as this beetle can be physically connected to a security terminal or any other sort of cybernetic component, you can hack it at a much greater distance. Otherwise, the rules of Cyberpunk only allow you to hack within 6 feet, I believe, of the security terminal. So this is a way to be able to hack it at a safe distance.
I'm shooting the breakthrough. Got it.
Through that tiny open
Yeah,
window.
just want to make sure that I'm not using an actual round to shoot somebody.
Dialing that sniper sphincter to fit the beetle.
Alright. Essentially, we need Winslor to get that shot. There's a window in the front gate that's got access to a security terminal. If we can get that device on the terminal, Netra can hack it, and if she does, we can take control of all of the robo forces. Not sure if that's going to work or how long it will, but if that happens,
Maybe we should let the chat decide what we do with the forces.
The forces?
The
Yeah.
force could be strong with
The
them.
robo forces.
Let's see if they have anything.
anyway, if we fail to hack it, then essentially we got to blast our way in. That's where I hope the tanks come in. If we fail at taking the tanks over,
Okay, so this is where I think we can, for the viewers' sake, we can switch on the map. These are sort of the blueprints that Netra was able to pull from Baron Ironface's. Okay, that's a bit. Look, we still have a lot of work to do on our map solution. but this is what we got so far.
Is it
No, actually, let's pull it back a little bit more.
Is it that under there that's making it shine?
Yeah.
It's pretty glossy. I'm just gonna put this. Okay, so see my hand. All right, this is the front of the Ministry of Information. This is a wall that you see right here. This is a barrier. You see that. Follow this. This is a wall. The wall extends from either side. So like on this portion, the wall continues. On this portion, the wall continues. There's a heavy 20-foot high, very thick armored wall around the entirety of the Ministry of Information Capitol Tower. This central portion right here, starting from right here, is where the actual building starts and raises many hundreds of feet. This is the main entrance. This is the main security gate. This is sort of the roundabout driveway, huge ornate driveway with many statues out in front that guests and employees take to actually enter the building. This little square right here is the security terminal to open up the gate itself. This right here is the little window that they're talking about that they need to shoot through in order to access the security terminal to be able to have access to all of the surrounding forces for a brief moment in time. Yes.
So you're saying this is actually behind this?
No, it's not. No.
Or it's-
Sorry. There's a security. There's an access terminal or panel that really only controls the functions of the gate.
I think I know what you're talking about, Rummy, and yeah, I thought the same thing. It kind of makes sense that it would be behind it since you're shooting through the window and the terminals. Like, how's it gonna like hook? Anyway.
What? Oh no, sorry. What? Sorry. So I'm a bit confused. This is on the outside of the wall. This stretch right here is the outside of the wall facing you when you come up to the building. Anytime you see a P right here, so here's a P, haha, 5 Ps. These are advanced Polizei units, large 12 to 15 foot tall, heavily armored robos, highly equipped. What are you guys laughing at?
What joke is that?
5 Ps.
Five
Ps. The 5 Ps.
5 P's. Perseverance,
Legendary
persecution,
in all of the world. 5
5
Ps.
Ps
Not
to
4,
success.
not 3, not 6. 5.
All right, so these little these blue tables here are quadruped tanks. They are a large armored tanks with rail guns affixed to the top of them. Imagine like if you're familiar with Ghost in the Shell, like Tachikomas, only larger, more heavily armored, and tanks. And then these green circles are turrets. So this the Ministry of Information, being like the capital building of the entire city, is incredibly fortified. The last thing to note, I believe, are that these tiers right here, you'll see F1, if you can even read that, F2, F3, these are floors. These are floors, so this is the, as soon as you get through, you're met with a ramp that ascends to the gated entrance of the Ministry of Information. On every tier, on these 3 tiers of the ramp, there are different levels. So first level, of course. Second level is about raised 10 feet, the ramp goes up, and on the sides there are different entries into different sort of like parking portions or different compartmentalized aspects of the Ministry of Information, because Ministry of Information, multiple people are working on multiple different things, sort of like a security mechanism to make sure that one team doesn't know what the other team is working on. Their goal is one of 2 places, is either to get in this door where there are elevators that lead down into the experimental chambers of the Genesis project, or to enter into the back side, which is way back here, and we'll push this up forward just for this, to the very back of the building where there's a cargo bay elevator that leads up and down through the entirety of the city. Their goal is on the negative 34th floor of the Ministry of Information. where the Genesis project is said to be held, according to Hack Kita, and the target of their desire is held as well. So, what the players need to get through are, at least in the very front, 8 turrets, 12 drones, 4 quadruped tanks, and 5 12 to 15 foot tall robos. And that is just at the front gate. That's not to mention reinforcements or anything else. Their plan currently is to snipe into this window.
He's gonna get it. No problem.
A breakthrough Beetle to snipe through the window, connect to a security terminal, and set in different protocols, open all the gates, and effectively give them a red carpet entrance into the Ministry of Information. Whether or not that's going to happen, we'll find out. They've got technomancers, they've got mutants, they've got
Possibly mutants.
Yeah, hopefully.
machetes,
Got a whole heck of bunch of stuff.
a whole heck of bunch of stuffa. And so, yeah, so these are the resources that they're dealing with. Now, the Remnants of Dust, you see them sort of, Aptio will sort of like tell you where to look. You see like underneath overpasses, the silhouettes of the armored vehicles. You see hiding in the cracks and beneath the, in between the alleys, some of their forces, drones peeking over buildings. They are in wait right now. The mutants you've not heard from yet. What would you like to do? It's about 7:30 at this point.
I just want to go over like a little bit more of the plan.
Do we know when the mutants are going to attack, maybe? Or is it just we wait to hear flashes and bangs and screams and then attack?
Oh, you'll hear them. They're gonna be on a war rampage.
Remnants of Dust also hate the mutants.
We'll just tell them that to attack. We won't wait for them to.
At the very least, they want to avoid them.
But are they coming here, Jay? Actually, I don't know where they're.
Oh, they're coming here.
Oh,
And
okay,
I'm telling
so
where they'll attack.
we got. So where are the remnants of dust exactly in the buildings? Like, are they like around the west side, the east side, the north side?
Okay, so to make this easy, and because as a moron, I really only made the map of the building itself and not a significant portion in front of the building where a lot of the remnants would be placed. This is going to be very theater of the mind and very generally oriented. So you guys have general commands over their forces. Remnants of Dust, I give you a list. Remember, 12 drones, 4 armored vehicles, 2 aerial, 50 personnel, hacker, so on and so forth. You can give them general commands, and I've given Jay a sort of sheet of what their damage will be and what the general sort of capability of each force will be. So every round you can give them a set of commands when it happens.
The only thing I'm wondering is, are all the remnants of dust like on towards the front of the building, like hiding, towards the back of the building hiding, on the left and the right? Because I don't want them to like be hiding over here and all of a sudden the mutants like rush through and then like, oh shit, like them just be fucking with each other instead of the actual bad guys.
We can't really worry about the mutants right now. Hopefully we can get inside there before they hit. And when we're inside,
I turn off the comms channel to the Remnants of Dust.
remnants are on their own. We can't really trust what they're gonna do either, so...
Jay, we lost you. You were about to say when we're inside.
When we're inside, if you could take over the turrets, that'd be great. We're gonna need an exit, and those turrets should be able to hold off the front gate. If you can't hack them, destroy them.
Could I, like, is Aptio he's talking to right now?
Yeah.
Or, like, Aptio, I want to ask, like, when you take over the turrets, can you see if there are cameras attached to them? Since I think they're automated turrets, you know, like.
I mean, as you say this, you're paying more attention to your words and like the conversation, but your eyes sort of casually catch the sides of the the actually any part of the Ministry of Information's buildings. They're like, imagine any corner or wall is like, 12 to 20 cameras all pointing in numerous different directions. So they're like, if you want a camera angle of anything, and if the Ministry of Information wants a camera angle of anything, they have it.
So could I ask them if there are cameras on the turrets, could you like monitor those and see if it looks like there's one of them in this place? So could you like look at all the cameras and see like what is going on inside?
Inside the building?
Yeah.
It's a huge tower.
Okay.
I mean, by that I mean like where specifically in the building?
Like where, like down below where our prize is. 'Cause, like there should be a turret in that room, I guess, or around, like inside. There should be cameras towards where our prize is.
Even if we could, I don't think that there's any known method to access something so far beneath the surface. And is similar to what Hakita told you, was that like when you guys are in there, it's so far beneath the surface that I don't know if I'll be able to get in contact with you. So don't count on my help.
All right, we're on our own once we get down there. All right, sweet. Well, at least I know that now. At least I know that now. Thank you. Thank you.
That's it.
On your word.
You got something?
Yeah, Aptio, if you could just, if the mutants attack you, then you could attack them. But if you could avoid it, that would be ideal for the humans. Just throwing that out there.
Give me cool plus persuasion plus 1d10.
We can't promise anything.
I'm not asking for problem. I'm just asking for the avoidance, if all possible.
A large portion of that is on the mutants themselves. Do you think they would be willing to just stay their trigger fingers?
No, but I'm asking if they don't attack you, your forces don't attack them. If they attack you, you attack them.
Attacking is no worry you need to think about for us.
How about this?
We just disdain their very existence.
That works.
If you see the mutants,
Check a little.
move your men out of the way. Maybe you could lure them with the drones, to another side of the Ministry of Information. Surely they'll want to destroy the drones. Give them a little cookie trail to follow. Direct their chaos.
I can set their I guess like their regalia to the ministry's colors and see if that works.
Look, there's going to be a lot of bloodshed. We just prefer the machine to be the most of it.
Does anybody have a D4?
No.
Oh. Under the paper.
Under the paper?
Other-
It's a piece of
The
paper.
other paper.
I was
Oh.
hoping you'd do it this way. Just do it when the time comes.
What is this?
What?
Dude, I saw the one.
What do you think the one is?
I don't know. Bad. Because it's a 1.
Your dice. Burn it.
It's up out of here. It's one of my favorite dice.
It's probably fine.
It's good. It's a
Probably
good
broken
set.
over
It's a
there.
good set.
Yeah.
Good set.
All right.
Wanna
The sun is setting at this point. The colors of orange and gray and saturated twilight cross the entire city at this point. The shift into dusk has begun,
and night is soon to come.
Ready up, boys. Let's get a good montage.
I'm gonna start, take
We've
my
got a
shotgun
lot of
out.
cameras. You hear
It's like slow motion montage though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
you hear through your communications
Yeah,
from
honestly.
the channel of Optio the sound of numerous like chambers being loaded, cocked, and different like just like hums of activation from your comms channel with them. They did the exact same sort of gesture only across their entire forces.
I'm gonna flip up my visor and rub my eyes, but it's in slow motion, so it looks cool. I'm just like,
It's like slow motion to fast motion. It's like slow, fast, slow.
I just picture some like eye boogers falling off your eyes.
Yeah.
It really is like
Yeah.
the shifting of eye mucus and boogers in slow
like
motion as she
really
she
bad
curls
pink
her
eye.
her
Yeah.
fist
Ugh.
around her eye
Oh,
socket, and it's just like
God.
moving all of the human debris.
It's so
Did you
bad.
clean
In
that
the way.
headset off before you put it on?
clean it. Why would I clean it?
And there are no such things as disinfectants. in
I've
this world.
never
Never mind.
cleaned my headset in my life,
Ugh.
and I'm not about to start now.
Oh, God.
Gives it flavor.
Actually, the prototype headset that you guys stole from the Baron's villa, as she lifts it up to rub her eyes, as opposed to all the disgusting stuff we said, it's like got makeup applied, like amazing complexion. It's
Just
like
automatically just cleans up.
Wow, that's nice.
All right,
It's like that
ready?
thing from
Yeah.
like
Heavy
Fifth
construction.
Element.
it's like there's a small little articulating like dinky little arm with like one of those like mascara brushes that's just like being pulled away from its duty. As she lifts duty.
Let's do this thing.
Yeah. Are we ready or not? Our men are antsy for revenge.
I need another layer of
oil.
mascara. Okay.
I'd try that after you, maybe. Just get a nice.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna-
spot it.
Astraea, is it okay if I grab the
Yeah, you can grab.
what was it, tri-barrel gun?
I think it's different on this one though. We're in the Baron's car, so it doesn't have the what do you call it, like the pull down thing.
How does it work?
It's like
No, it's similar.
Oh, same thing. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, cool then. Yeah, you can pull it down. Yeah.
It just is, like the grips are, more comfortable and like ergonomic.
Very great. Oh, your hand placement on this perfect.
Yeah. The pixel density is higher for the view screen. And you notice as you guys are watching the front gates of the Ministry of Information, like periodically a few different vehicles will leave. So the gates open, vehicle will come up, latch will slide open. They'll be like, you see the face moving and like the glowing red eyes on the other side of the armored wall, and you'll see like them nod, and then the gate opens. You'll see people even just drive up. The gate, the latch, the viewport won't open. They'll just type in a code and they'll enter. And you'll see these cars sort of depart to different compartments and areas on the ramp leading up.
Yeah. Contact Abdio.
Turrets are trained on even the people entering. Always. It's like as soon as they get within a certain distance, turrets will lock onto them and follow them. It doesn't even matter if they're an employee. They'll follow them anyway. And even the turrets inside will like follow them as they're going on their way.
It's like,
So, yeah. Advanced police eye units will just sort of be stoic in their positioning.
constantly looking to shoot but employees, a bunch of people.
Up to you. Send in the cavalry. Get those air units, drones, and air cars in, as well as the armored vehicles. We need to set up a barrier, then we'll take position behind. Focus on the tanks. See if you can hack them and get the drones. Everybody else, lay waste to just about everything else.
Where do you want the armored vehicles? Like, where are you guys? Where you say put the armored vehicles in place, but you guys aren't anywhere right now. So,
I'd like them positioned in front.
On the stretch of like the road that pulls up to it.
Yeah, like 2 and 2, 2 on the right, 2 on the left, and then we'll take position behind one of them.
I'm gonna be in this meantime just like setting up the back seat as best as possible for the most accurate shot. Like if I need to make some ropes to hold the barrel, then need be. So if I need to hold, if I'm holding the barrel right against like the window's out here and the gun's back here.
You're making your own tripod with the ropes on
Yeah.
like the okay,
Yep.
Interesting. I'm sorry guys, I pooted.
Stop. It's very dangerous.
You're trapped on the stream with me.
We all
If there's
died.
one good reason to social distance, it's fart avoiding. Okay.
Yep,
So
that's one good reason.
as the music starts to play through
God
your
damn.
headset, Aptio goes, "Sorry, we need to get into the groove." Music starts to play, and you start to see these red lights sort of dance across the skyline out of crevices, corridors, as the drones start to approach, followed by the armored vehicles. Each armored vehicle has about like 6 individuals just grabbing onto the side. Some of the remnants of dust are grabbing onto the drones as they're flying forward, and you can see this sort of like crackling electricity at the end of their staves, just getting ready to go.
Damn.
The 2 aerial vehicles throw on their spotlights as now the sun is almost like fully down, and they're flying in. Everybody roll initiative.
They look so much cooler than us.
Well, you guys are in an invisible vehicle. Like there's no way to look cool there, except for on the inside. You know, you're streaming the inside, so
12.
Total?
If it's just D10 plus Dex, then yes.
Wait, it's C10 plus Dex?
Yeah.
I thought it was Ref plus Dex plus C10. But I guess. Oh, never mind. C10 plus Dex. Okay, so.
I think it is reflex. 'Cause it's like how quickly you can. I think I've said Dex in the past, but I think it is reflex.
That's a big difference for me. I need to know which one it is.
We've done reflex in the past, I thought.
Well, no, we've done Dex in the past.
We've done both.
It's because I am at the helm, keeping things dynamic, keeping you on your toes. Melee weapons, brawling, armor, melee.
Do your guys' character sheets say?
No.
Not initiative,
No, it doesn't have anything like that.
but my reflex is definitely significantly different than my Dex.
Should we find it?
Just do reflex, because it makes sense. Because it's like how like everything's starting now. What is your like fast twitch reaction to what's going on? You guys are all prepping, going now. The adrenaline's pumping as you see the forces of the remnants of dust converging. You already start to see streams of fire from the turrets on top of the Ministry of Information. Lights turn on, floodlights across the entirety of the walls and inside of the Ministry of Information highlight the entire scene, and you start to see turrets sort of wind into position. The armored units sort of articulate themselves into a position of combat readiness, and the remnants of dust, as their forces are hanging on drones off of the sides of vehicles, even on top with the tri-barrel turret of what both aerial vehicles seem to be like painted, repurposed, re-outfitted versions of the Polizei vehicles that you've seen before. One pilot, one person on the turret. Imagine like a biplane from way back in the day. As they hover into place, releasing their own sort of spray of ammo across the horizon. You do notice some of them are EMP rounds, some of them are armor-piercing rounds. Roll, actually... Sorry, what was your initiative, first of all?
So it's D10 plus ref.
Yes.
I just looked up. That is it. It's
17.
reflex.
17? Okay.
Dang.
Astraea.
13.
Okay. Jay.
16.
10.
All right. Can I get a D10, please? For someone? This is your worst performing one?
No, that's my good one
Why would you give him that?
because it's a good dice. I like that dice.
Okay, so
It will be the death of him.
It's good dice. I like it. It's really cool.
Winslor, you're up. We're gonna go clockwise. Winslor, Astraea, Ministry of Information, Remnants of Dust. Then the circle starts with you two again. Hold 1 second. So
His pen. It's the old junior high pen.
it's a fucking Gundam pen, okay? Look at that. Isn't it
No,
fucking dope? It's so dope. Don't let him
it's
demean
just like
my
that
pen that has 3 colors. I don't have to
Pink
switch to 3 different
umbrella
pens.
that you brought home. That really cool pink umbrella.
It was a beam sabrella, okay?
It was
Guard.
kawaii as fuck.
Say kawaii?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I thought you
that's
said
fucking
gaudy.
right.
I was like
Kawaii.
gaudy as fuck. That's the same thing, I guess. Gaudy,
okay.
kawaii.
とても可愛い。
Okay, Winslor, you are up. The opening scene has happened. The Ministry of Information and the Remnants of Dust are engaging with one another. Explosions are going off. Lights are being shined. Lights are zipping across the way as drones are zooming in to engage one another. There's a huge interaction of forces right now playing in front of you. Actually, where the fire truck fuck is your vehicle?
Yeah, I was about to ask, like, Astraea, where are we?
I told you I was parking in like the area, like the closest building to the ministry that has like a garage that I can actually like Jiffy Lube where it has like 2 garages in the building where I can go like park in here, and then like when the time comes I can like go.
Okay,
We're going.
the time has come.
Yeah, so we'll go then. Yeah.
Okay,
I hit the invisibility thing and go again. Go.
where are you going?
Wherever I'm going towards the front door. So Windsor can shoot this.
So we've said that there are going to be the 4 armored vehicles are going to set up in front of us to create a barrier between us and the front gate.
Yeah, we just have to shoot
Just-
the round.
So
to
for-
that.
Just
For-
give me
so-
500 yards.
500 yards.
500. You'll have to beat 30.
At 500 yards,
Yeah.
Just get closer.
400 meters is
man,
200.
You just need to know
look.
shooting, because 2 times at 500 yards is very simple.
Look, I'm sorry. Then Mike Pondsmith, don't.
but
you
yeah,
know, don't
fuck
bash
you,
me,
Mike.
bro. But apparently,
Don't know how to shoot.
your distances are off.
You can always use the what do you call it? Well, can he use the no, he can't use the rail gun because he can't shoot breaker beetles. It's not a distance. So. Actually, can I take one of the rail things off of the rail gun and put it on his sniper rifle?
One of the, I mean, not now.
Okay.
Unless you want to like, wait a second, hold on, guys,
I'm gonna
stop
go
it.
over the
Let's try this
compact.
again.
I'm gonna be Astraea. 500, no good with this scope. 300 minimum.
300.
You're
That-
also invisible and nobody's paying attention to
That'll
you
be
right
it.
now.
300's it. I'm not going closer than 300.
I winch up to 300. Like, is this close enough? I look at like. Oh,
300 is just in between the first sort of set of golden robo statues in their sort of like scholarly positions, over the top scholarly positions, I should say. So you like pull up dead center. 300 would be 25 that you'd have to beat.
That's fine. I'm gonna do 2 dry fire, then load.
Did you pop the reflex? Or
No, not yet. I'm doing two dry fires, no rounds at all. I'm just gonna I'm gonna crack the window, and I'm just gonna do click, no bang, and then I'm just gonna reset again, and click.
So what
to
this
line
will
up.
do is you will have used your turn to do that, but it will inform you for your turn next time, and I will let you roll at advantage. So you have to wait one entire turn to be able to make the shot.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm
Okay.
gonna do that.
Okay. Astraea, what would you like to do? Your car's certain functions.
So the car is invisible right now, but I guess we're.
You
like,
can also set up a reaction.
What does if I like? What does the barrier look like? Does the barrier look like a complete like? Oh, it's an actual like barrier. Or does it just like reinforce the car that we're sitting in?
When you press the hexagonal lattice button, the barrier button I'm sorry, the sort of like dotted outline of the car button for invisibility, the hexagonal lattice disappears.
Okay, so I wouldn't.
It so not disappears, it like fades out. So it's like you're using again your like systems to.
So if I use the barrier, it'll get away. It'll get rid of the camouflage, basically.
Yes.
So I guess like as soon as like he takes that, as soon as he takes like the actual shot, and if he like if we're like jigs up, I'm gonna hit the barrier as soon as he does that. That's what I'm gonna set up. Like, okay, he hit the barrier. We shot. Let's go in now.
Got it.
Remember I guess
Taking notes.
the EMP rounds are loaded in the gun right now. Double damage to electronics, I guess.
All right, let's raggle fraggle do this. Okay, so the turrets are going to go first. The turrets on the side are aiming at are just letting loose. 8 streams of turrets are streaming outward. And
Man, that's gotta be some carnage. Yeah.
Reminds me of the scene in the Polar movie where he has those gloves that like those like 250 cal guns on each side.
you see the armored vehicles. Sorry, not the armored vehicles. The aerial vehicles pull in, and since they're at a height in a line of sight that is purely visible, they're also the most mobile. All 10 of the Ministry of Information's turrets focus on both of them.
Dang.
Okay, how much damage is this? Okay, so 10, and then
8 turrets in the courtyard.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So many freaking numbers.
Muy rápido!
We have 5 minutes left to break this girl out.
To break the girl out. Yeah. That's gonna happen.
Okay, so I take I take
episode-
the holy hand grenade off my pack, throw it towards the building disappears.
Yeah,
Girl's left over.
I do the little squiggly line on the keyboard. God win.
Fog of war gone.
Okay.
No.
Bye, everybody. Yeah, that's what I thought.
What?
Okay,
I was
so
like, we win.
all of the turrets converge of the Ministry of Information on both like four of the turrets on the right side converge on the right aerial vehicle. Four of the turrets on the left side converge on the left aerial vehicle. Right one gets riddled with bullets. Crashes into the side in the front yard of the Ministry of Information. The other one's trying to get off as many shots as they can. Riddled with bullets, does not get the same degree of damage. It just tries to stabilize itself once again. Can I borrow a D4 from somebody?
I don't have a D4.
Give him your worst one.
Thank you.
I threw that one away.
Worst one doesn't matter. The armored vehicles that have all pulled up front.
What?
God, my headset died, and that's how I roll right now.
Are you putting that dice back in his box?
No, I wasn't. I was gonna look for more dice.
Oh.
So now that literally at the last 3 minutes, I cannot roll. As the stream of fire is lighting up the remnants of dust. Remember, this is happening at the same time the remnants of dust are also offloading onto the front wall of the Ministry of Information. The front gate gets at least one portion of it just roiled in fire. You hear the glass shattering and as it lights up in flame. About the rest of the wall, pretty much, gets lit up in flames as you start to see these bodies crawling out from underneath some compartments in the statues, underneath the underneath
Are they in the front?
crawling out of the alleys that you guys came from 100 yards away. Shouts, cries, madness rushing the gates as you hear and see the ferocious, deadly, mad crying forces of the mutants as motorcycles are pulling up. And you guys now have pure chaos at the front gates as the remnants of dust are looking down. They're sort of like shifting and moving away. You see drones start to try and like immediately go into colors of the Ministry of Information and the Ministry of Information, the machine overall, and start to like fire pot shots at the mutants to try and get their attention and like draw them away. This chaos is where we will come into next time.
I mean, do you want to finish out our round?
Can we tell the?
We don't have to end exactly at 10.
Can we tell?
That is true.
The remnants of dust to switch to the back of the gate to target.
The only issue is that right here it's the remnants of dust, the Ministry of Information, and then you two. I think let's just fuck the initiative order. You two go. You see this chaos happening. Items on every side and humans and forces are being shot down across the board. It's an all-out war, but it's mostly the remnants of dust and the mutants are like mutants are wholly focused on the Ministry of Information. They don't even you don't notice that they are aiming at the remnants of dust. You don't notice that they are that they have any animosity immediately towards the remnants of dust, but you do see the remnants of dust forces almost do this oh shit, like this like fast twitch reaction and immediately sort of like pulse out from the vicinity of the gate. Netra, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna be ready on my virtual keyboard, ready to hack in at a moment's notice. Like, if he can get the shot, I'm like ready.
Okay, since you're holding your action, I would say that you will get one more net action inside.
Yay! And then I'm also gonna be saying like steady.
Remember,
to our
breakthrough
team.
also adds 10 to your rolls inside.
Oh snap!
Jay, you are up.
I'm
You are on the railgun.
I'm not gonna fire. I'm gonna hold that action until until Winslor shoots. But do I still have to hold my action if I just want to talk to Aptio?
No, you can do that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd like to open up a channel with him real quick.
You promised me they would attack the back.
No, I promised I don't know what they'd do.
That is true. You did promise.
You
that.
probably
Like,
should have expected this. Now what are you gonna do? Are you gonna stay and fight?
The
Or you
plan
gonna
that
run?
Winslor conveyed was that they would attack the back because that's a plan that you decided on. So that was the impression that they were under. There's no like, oh yeah, I guess you did say they wouldn't. It's like they were under a certain impression. They told you one of the main things that
But
they
I know
did.
what I said.
Just like mutants are dumb.
You can't control the mutants. They're gonna do what they want.
At least they're helping.
Go ahead and roll a cool plus persuasion.
Aptio, Toa, could you switch to the back, please? Maybe just do something different. Just because you beat the mutants, the mutants will try and do your job. They are nowhere near as good as you, but they could try.
23.
The ire of my men and women will push us past this transgression. But they are dying now, and they are less effective than they were mere seconds ago because of your poor planning. We are still with you. You've still done good, but you have a lot to make up for. What do you need now?
Try to divert their forces. Throw up barriers between you and them. Do the best you can to get them away from you. If you need to fall back, if you need to redirect and attack the flanks of this building, then do so.
We'll get through this.
No, he says.
Our just so I can get a better visual of the mutants. They've now, I don't know, like, they're the cause of the front wall, inflamed now. But where are they coming from otherwise?
Literally out of the recesses of the shadows.
Like behind us and everywhere?
Mostly behind you.
And now they're just ravaging our forces.
No, they're not ravaging your forces. They're not even touching the
Remnants?
they're not focusing, I should say, on the remnants.
You're just like, who
They see, imagine, like the literal beacon and representation of the machine right in front of them, and they are madly, wildly shooting in, literally just directing their madness at this tower and its forces. It's like the wall is randomly being shot up.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
I say we give them a hole. We make a hole and let them attack. Just let them charge on through. Maybe we can blast a hole in that wall and let them continue inside the Ministry of Information.
If you're focusing on the opening for the security terminal, I can see if my forces can't hack the gate open. No
Do it.
explosive needed.
I'll close the flip phone and throw it.
He's got an endless amount of
Oh yeah.
It's an AR flip phone, It just appears. I close
Okay.
it.
Really necessary affectation.
Quick question about the situation. So you said the mutants are coming from this way. So that means if the remnants of dust were like attacking here, and the mutants come up to the front gate. So this is all on fire, and then the remnants of dust kind of like shifted from being here to like a portion of them being over here and a portion.
Yeah,
of them
on the
being over there.
periphery, pretty much.
Okay, so are they in a good position to take out the tanks right now, or no?
They were before, but they're more. I suppose they're more in a position to take out the quadrupeds than they were everything else before.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm like, Jay, could you maybe ask them to at least still try and take out the quadrupeds in the meantime, so some mutants survive?
Yeah, well, I mean, so their first order was to focus on the drones and then also hack the tanks.
Okay. You're on our time, so never mind then. Boop, boop. I'll keep driving. And you're right behind me. I don't know why I use the comms.
There's chaos
Like, boop, boop.
happening.
Jay. Yeah? What's up?
Maintain tactical discipline.
So you're holding your action to what, Jay?
Until Winslor shoots, I'm not giving up our position. My understanding is that we're still cloaked.
Yeah.
Last action of the night, Winslor. Roll at advantage. As you see the latch. You see the small rectangular latch that's maybe like 4 inches tall and like 12 inches long.
Can I use my
These
bonus
bright
to
red
take,
eyes are behind it as it opens the latch, and the eyes get much brighter as that you see them like looking back and forth.
Can I use a bonus action to take the potion to stim?
The reflex?
Yeah.
I will.
So not only are you at advantage right now by lining up, like taking the time to line up your shot before, but you also double your roll.
I don't want to do that.
Everybody.
Oh, thank God it was an advantage.
Don't forget your
48.
luck points.
Wait,
Whoa!
no. You don't double everything. You double
Okay.
just the roll.
I did.
Dang.
What'd you get for your roll?
7,
So
10
14.
reflex, 7 marksmanship, double it.
No, you don't double everything. You
No.
just double the
That's just
roll.
30.
Oh, okay,
31.
so 14, 24,
Still, like a, yeah.
32.
Wow.
Okay.
He goes, do his sandwich while he's eating.
Your reticle is like minutely waving up and down, left and right, sort of circling this target. Take a deep breath. What are your cybernetic components again?
I have a cybernetic leg component which allows me to jump, and then I have
Yeah.
rippers.
Oh, okay. Then nothing really happens. All physical biology that's helping you out with this situation.
It's just pure
And chemistry
skill.
with
It's pure skill.
with the addition of
drugs.
Spear
drugs.
skill.
Pure
His
skill.
helmet was silent.
All
This sort of like
so we could see more
keep those eyes
this beetle shoots from your rifle, streams past all of the action, all of the combat. You see from the view of the beetle this Molotov that it passes under as it flies, breaking and crashing across the front wall again. The beetle scrapes across the side of this of the Robo's face that's in the front, and it's like whoa, as it Netra, your vision connects. You feel the connection to the security terminal.
I'm in. Immediately start typing. Yeah.
Okay. And what you hear as soon as you connect Netra is, Netra,
Oh no.
Netra, you've been acting up lately.
Mother?
And that's where we will end tonight's episode.
Vitalist
Not
talking to
me.
you.
That was not Vitalith is like this.
That's hilarious.
This was
Extra.
more of
No.
a like a dispassionate voice that seems like it's trying to sound human. It sounded very robotic, like just a robot that was talking through the filter of a human.
Not good.
And yeah, I would say that his sense of dread probably wells within you, as it
Fantastic.
seems very personal.
Mm.
So thank you for watching SASAPUNKS. This very active, wild episode of SASAPUNKS or SASAPUNK.
Get that out.
Man, that SASAPUNK versus SASAPUNKS we really need to work on.
punks.
We do have the giveaway that we will be giving away next week.
Jeez, man.
This is why we need to template this stuff. The amazing and fantastic JOSAN Gonzalez art book, where mostly all of this world is pulled from. The story is
Backward.
I did that. The story is my original creation, but the setting is JOSAN Gonzalez's. We are trouncing in his universe. Remember, all you have to do is like this Twitch channel, and
Follow it.
follow the Twitch channel nomenclatures and things. Still need to work on it.
Give
Follow
us
the Twitch channel
rules.
and watch our stream next week where we will announce live the winner of the phantasmic The Future Is Now art book by Josan Gonzalez. We also have 2 amazing upcoming streamers with us. They are the force behind the Loser Club. They stream every Monday through Thursday from 4 to 9, except for Thursday. They stream from when we stream.
Wednesday.
They stream Wednesday.
Do they stream Wednesday?
Yeah, 4 to 9.
They stream Wednesday.
Yeah, Vitowith is the announcer.
In a world with holes.
I'm gonna see if I can't work on the map for next time and actually have like items for the turrets and polizei advanced units and quadrupeds.
I like the circles. The tables.
But the losers are wacky, weird, and awkward. They really live up to their name. They go really out of their way to really get into character in their streams, and I wouldn't want to miss it. I never do. As always, Sassins, that's it, right?
Yep.
I think.
Nailed it.
As always, Sassins, Sasapunks, what are we now?
Punks.
Until fate next brings us together. And never
Never
stop
stop
playing
playing
role-playing
role-playing
games.
Cyberpunk
Jacking
role-
in.
Don't stop jacking it.
Press that
Yeah.
button, please. Please.
Is this one?